Episode 7, Day 7. Hi, John Juan Lee here. Today I want to share something about self-confidence, okay? But I want to touch about one thing about self-confidence that I've discovered quite recently, and why a lot of people, generally speaking, don't have self-confidence. And yes, there are many factors, but there's one in particular that I've noticed that has stood up to me also quite recently. It's because they do not keep the promise they make to themselves. Okay? So what do I mean by this? I realize that a lot of people, right, they don't have self-confidence in themselves when they realize that they can't even keep a simple promise to themselves. Very basic thing. Example, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. You did not wake up at 6 a.m. You wake up much later. You yourself know that you failed yourself. And I'm not saying that you must pass it all the time, but it's just that this thing of continuously failing yourself, right, and you have no plans to correct it, or you have no plans to actually do better, it's one of those things will eventually creep up towards you. That towards the end, when someone asks you, can you deliver a certain task? Or when you want to achieve something, right? You know that you yourself don't even have your own self-discipline, and you don't even have your own self-control to do it. And this was not obvious to me until recently when I met a bunch of our own coaches and things like that, and we met a bunch of fighters and also even people in the ACG world. When a task is given, right, they are not doing it, or they say they'll do it but they did not do it. You can see it in their eyes. You can also see it in the way they behave already. Is that they themselves know, and they themselves start to lose confidence. And one of the things that I notice is that when people realize that, right, so they want to go for the easy way out, is that I will never promise anything if I that, because I know that I will not keep my promise. I will purposely not declare anything. I will not promise anything, and then therefore, since I didn't say it, nobody will know that I never did it or I failed myself and things like that. And that actually makes it even worse. That makes it even worse, because not only do you realize that you cannot even keep your own promise, you are chickening out on yourself. You know, you're not even putting responsibility already to yourself or what you say or what you plan to do. So now that you not only compounded that you cannot be confident about yourself because you know that you don't have the self-discipline for it, you are continuously escaping and continuously not holding yourself accountable. And I think that that's something that needs to be rewired. If not rewired, at least needs to be attempted. You need to attempt it again and again and again. And I get it. We, myself, everyone, we fail ourselves, we try again, forgive ourselves, try again, do again. Okay, maybe we could have done it better, do again. Alright, I think now we're getting a bit of hang of it. Doesn't mean it's done. Do it again, get it to be consistent, do it again until it's second nature, and then less resistant. Like I said, a lot of this mindset, a lot of this practice, a lot of these habits, right, they are all just like muscles. You just need to keep doing them consistently over and over and over again. And I think that that's one thing that I hope a lot of us can be mindful of, is that when you declare to yourself or you declare to the world that you want to do something, keep your promise to people. But more importantly, keep your promise to yourself, what you declared that you want to do, and you should do it. If anything, you do it so that you know that you are a person of value. You know that you're a person that can honor your own word. And when that happens, you do create a certain self-confidence in yourself. A lot of this, I would say that for young people, if you want, if anything, make maybe a simple promise of just going out to exercise lah. Just tell yourself that you will go to the gym, or you will stay at home and do push-ups and lift weights or squats or whatever. If you can even keep to that kind of simple promises to yourself, you know, that is enough already. Both the exercise and the promise that you keep to yourself is enough to give you back certain confidence and some self-control to yourself. Hope today's one is good. Hope it's something that you can digest on. Might not apply to everyone, but I hope that for those who need to hear this knows that there is an action that can be taken, and that is keep your word to yourself. That's where you build your own self-confidence. All right? See you guys tomorrow. Bye.